Hey guys, so today is day one of the Booktube-A-Thon, and this is the first entry for this vlog. I know everything looks weird and janky. It's because my camera is at a weird angle. It's not on my tripod, and I'm just holding the light because it was too dark to vlog without the light. So I tried starting at midnight, but I was really tired and I had class the next day, so I only read like 10 pages. And I'm starting with Gloria and the Unicorn by Wanda Luthman. This is a kid's book that I got for review, and I've been reading a little bit this morning, and I've gotten to 20 pages now, and I have about 10 minutes of reading time before I have to leave to go to class. So I'm hoping to get like another 10 pages in really quick to get halfway through the book. I do have to work Monday through Friday this week, so I'm hoping to still get a lot of reading done, because I realized that last year when I did Booktube-A-Thon, I had the same job, and I managed to finish 6.5 books with the same job. I have 2 days of class this week, which is not bad, so I'm hoping to still get some good reading done. So for this year's Booktube-A-Thon, I got really inspired by some other people who were making progress charts, and I haven't made any type of chart or plan since my first Booktube-A-Thon back in 2014, which was the second Booktube-A-Thon ever held. But I made a chart this year, and you can kind of see it, and I just did days of the week, and then I have pages read, books finished, challenges done, and at the very bottom I'll have the total when the week is over. And I'm really proud of this chart. I basically spent most of yesterday just all making charts for different things after I made this. So I'm hoping to get a really good start for day one. Hey guys, so it is now 12:30, still on day one. I am back from my class. So far I have finished one book, and that was Gloria and the Unicorn by Wanda Luthman, the kids book that I started off with this morning. So I completed one book, and that goes for the challenge of finish a book in one day. I've also been listening to an audiobook while I've been driving that's not on my TBR. It's Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, and so far I've listened to 60 pages of that in the car, and I'm about to go to work, so I'm going to listen to more. When I got home, I started Ranit and Jamil by Pamela L. Laskin, and this is going for the challenge of a book with a character that's very different from you. We have our two main characters. One is Palestinian, I believe, and the other one is Israeli. And this book is about 174 pages, I believe, and I'm already on page 80, so I should be getting this done tonight. Now, I do have to go to work early today, so I'm losing about an hour of potential reading time, but it's fine because I don't have class tomorrow, so I can stay up later to read tonight, and I can read all tomorrow morning. So I have about another 10 minutes that I can read before I have to leave for work, but I will update you guys later. Hey guys, so I'm here with another weirdly angled update for this vlog. It is currently 8:25, still on day one, and I have finished Ranit and Jamil by Pamela L. Laskin. This book went for the challenge of read a book about a character who is very different from me, and we have two main characters. One is Palestinian and one is Israeli. And this added 178 pages to my page count, and I also listened to more of Lord of Shadows on my way to work, which added, I think, 13 pages roughly. So altogether today, my page count is 305 pages. So now I am picking up Crashing the Wedding by Kristen Hope Mazzola, and I don't think this has a challenge. Originally it was just read 7 books, but obviously I'm picking it up now as my third book. I've recently fallen in love with Kristen's writing, so I'm hoping to get through this really fast. It's only about 100 pages, and the font is really big, so I'm really excited. Honestly, I'm really excited to read this. I'm hoping to get one more update in tonight, so I will let you guys know what happens with this book. Alright guys, so I got 58 pages into Crashing the Wedding by Kristen Hope Mazzola, which brings my page count for day one of Booktube-A-Thon up to 363 pages. I want to keep reading, I really do, but my head is just killing me right now. I have such a bad headache. So for day one, I finished 2 books, I completed 2 challenges, and I read 363 pages and read part of Crashing the Wedding, which I think is a really good start to day one, and I'm hoping that I will finish this in the morning as well as read another book before I have to go to work, or at least start another book before I have to go to work. Hey guys, so it is day 2 of the Booktube-A-Thon, and I'm already off to a pretty good start. Last night I started Crashing the Wedding by Kristen Hope Mazzola, and I got 58 pages into it, and this morning I finished it. So far today's page count is 49 pages. Now I'm going to pick up 101 Things That Piss Me Off by Rachel Ballinger, and this goes for 2 challenges: read a hyped book and read a book outside, which I live in Florida. It's 8:50 in the morning, so hopefully it won't be too hot outside. But we have a fan outside, so hopefully that makes it better. I'm hoping to get through this before I go to work. I do have to go in early today, so I'm losing an hour of potential reading time again. But again, I'm hoping to finish this before going to work. We are switching up the camera angles for this vlog today. Alright guys, so it is now 10:48 on this lovely day 2 of Booktube-A-Thon, and I finished 101 Things That Pissed Me Off by Rachel Ballinger. This one went for 2 challenges, first one being read a hyped book, and the second one being read a book outside, which in Florida, that's blasphemy, is reading this outside. It was horrible. I did it in 2 sessions though, because I had to stop and eat breakfast halfway through this book. So this book doesn't have actual page numbers on it, so I had to go by the Goodreads number, which Goodreads says it's 144 pages. And adding that to the 49 pages that I read this morning, my total page count for today is 193 pages, which makes my total page count so far for the readathon 556 pages. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm reading really short books. Like the first 4 books I read were really short. So now for my 5th book that I'm picking up, I'm going to be reading Ink by Melanie Carsax. This is a dark mermaid tale, and I'm so ready for it. This one is only 105 pages, but the print is really tiny, not like you can see it anyway. So I'm hoping to get through a good portion of it before I have to leave for work in like 2 hours. Also, it doesn't have a challenge. I kind of switched it to read 7 books, but obviously this is my 5th book, but hey, it's going towards the counting of the 7 books. Alright guys, one more update before I am off to work. It is now 12:35. I've read 28 pages of Ink by Melanie Carsax, which brings today's total page count for day 2 up to 221 pages read. I'm hoping that when I get back from work, I will be able to finish this book. Like I said earlier in this vlog, it's only 105 pages, so I should be able to get through it quickly, but the problem is the font is small, and it's, the coloring of it, it's a little gray, so it's like harder to read. So hoping to finish this tonight when I get back. On the car ride, I'm going to listen to a little bit of Lord of Shadows. I think between the drive there and the drive back, which is only 10 minutes each way, we'll probably get through 1 chapter of Lord of Shadows, but I can still add that to my page count for today. Alright guys, so it is 10 p.m. on day 2. I've been home from work for a couple of hours now, and I have finished Ink by Melanie Carsax. This is my 5th book, and we're only on day 2. And this doesn't have a specific challenge with it, it's just going towards the reading 7 books. This book was 105 pages. I also ended up listening to 1 chapter of Lord of Shadows, which is not on my TBR as I've mentioned, and that was 26 pages. The next book I'm going to be picking up is Fucking Awkward Anthology, 23 short stories about awkward sex, and I'm really excited for this book. This is going for the challenge of a book you bought because of the cover, and I honestly only bought it because of the title, but the title's on the cover, so it works. Don't know if I'm going to pick this up tonight. I do have class in the morning, and I'm kind of tired. I might read the first story because it's only 13 pages. My problem with this book is it doesn't have page numbers on it, so I had to count how many pages the first story was. Goodreads says this book is 336 pages. It is one of the longer books that I am picking up for this readathon, but because it's short stories, I'm hoping to be able to get through them pretty fast. Hey guys, so this is a really awkward camera angle, but I wanted to tell you really quick before I go to bed that I read 30 pages of Fucking Awkward Anthology, which brought my total page count for day 2 of Booktube-A-Thon up to 354 pages. That is all. What's up guys? It is day 3 of the Booktube-A-Thon. It is now 12:30 in the afternoon. I didn't get to update before I went to class this morning, but I also didn't get that much reading done before class. And I'm about to leave for work, so I wanted to do a quick update of the reading that I have gotten done. This morning I listened to 2 chapters of Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare for a total of 48 pages listened to. And when I got home, I was continuing with Fucking Awkward, which I started last night, but I only read 2 of the short stories in it. And when I got back from class this morning, I continued to read, and so far I've read a total of 50 pages from this book. So I'm going to be on the 6th story when I continue with this when I get home from work. But I don't know if I'm going to end up finishing this tonight because it is one of the longer books. I'm this far into it out of like 336 pages, I think. So I am going to try and get as far through it as I possibly can. But the good thing is, this is my 6th book for the readathon, and we're only on day 3, so I only have this book and one other on my TBR that are longer books, so I have more time to dedicate to them. Hey guys, so I'm here with another quick update for day 3, and actually my last update for day 3 today. Last update, I was partway through Fucking Awkward anthology, and now I am a little over halfway through. I've gotten the bulk of reading done in this book today, hoping to finish it tomorrow on day 4, but again, because I'm so ahead, I'm not really worried about getting it done today or tomorrow, but I'm hoping to get it done tomorrow. For day 3, I did not finish any books and I did not complete any challenges, but I did listen to a couple of chapters of Lord of Shadows, and altogether that page count for today was 73 pages listened to, and altogether read from this book was 163 pages, which adds up to a total of 236 pages read for day 3. Hey guys, it is day 4 of the Booktube-A-Thon. It is 1:30 right now. I'm actually getting ready to go to work, but I wanted to do an update on this morning's reading before I left. So I was continuing on with Fucking Awkward anthology, and I got pretty far into it. I haven't finished yet. I have about a story and a half left, but I got pretty far. I ended up reading 118 pages from this book this morning, and I will be finishing it when I get home. I'm literally so close to being done with it, and I really wish I could finish it before I went to work, or before I go to work, but I don't have time right now, so I'll have to finish it when I get home. And of course, I'll probably be listening to one chapter of Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, since that is the audiobook I'm currently listening to in my car. I am killing the Booktube-A-Thon game here. It is day 4, about 8:25 p.m., and I just finished Fucking Awkward anthology. Guys, I finished my 6th book of this readathon on day 4. I am doing, okay. Last Booktube-A-Thon, the entire week, I read 6.5 books. 6.5. I had my current job at the time, and I was chaperoning field trips for said job one day that week. This Booktube-A-Thon, I still have the same job, I'm not chaperoning field trips, and I take one class, Mondays and Wednesdays, mornings. And I'm doing so much better now than I did last year. I don't know what happened last year to where I didn't have my readathon game on, but I'm doing so much better this year, and I'm doing a lot more as far as like work and school is concerned. Not to mention, I've gone in early 3 days this week. I didn't go in early today for work, so I had more reading time. So this counted for a read a book you purchased because of the cover. Well, I purchased it because of the title, which is on the cover, so it counts. I also ended up counting this for a book with a person on the cover, because there's 2 people on the cover. Originally, I was going to go with Geekerella by Ashley Poston, and I'm still going to read that, but it's just going to count for read 7 books instead, because I don't know, it just is. So the total amount of pages that I read from this book today is 136, because I got a little over halfway through yesterday. So 136 pages from this book. And I said I was going to listen to one chapter of Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, and I did. And that one chapter was 22 pages. And that makes my total count for today so far 158 pages, which doesn't sound like a lot, but, well, compared to the other 3 days, but I finished a book, read a chapter of another book, and I'm about to start another book. Because I have so much time, I'm considering picking up some of my really short indie books. Why are all the dogs barking right now? I'm trying to film an update. I haven't decided yet, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to start listening to the audiobook of Geekerella, because I do have the audiobook for it. And it's only like 320 pages, so I'm hoping to be able to get through it pretty fast. And like this was 336, and I got through it in, what, a day and a half? And an audiobook should be a lot faster because I can speed it up. So I told you guys so far I've read 158 pages today on day 4, which, adding that to my total so far for the week, so far my total amount of pages read for the readathon is 1,111. All the ones. Guys, I'm pretty proud, honestly. So I only have to read one more book, and I'm gonna get on that now. But I'm going to try and update one more time today. And yeah. Hey guys, so we're going to do one more quick update for day 4. It is currently 11:38 p.m. on day 4. So I ended up reading 80 pages of Geekerella by Ashley Poston, and so far I am enjoying it. Alright, so just to reiterate what I have done today, I have listened to 22 pages of Lord of Shadows, I read 136 pages of Fucking Awkward, and I listened to 80 pages of Geekerella, which brings today's total page count to 238 pages, which is 2 pages more than I read yesterday. And my total page count for the entire readathon so far is 1,191 pages. I am feeling really good about the readathon. We have 3 days left. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow on day 5. What's up, guys? It is 12:28 on day 5 of Booktube-A-Thon. And I have already reached today's page goal in my last book, which is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. And I told you guys in the day 4 update of this video that since this was my last book, I decided I was going to take the remaining days left, which was 4, divide it by, or sorry, I was going to take the number of pages in this book, which is 319, divide it by the number of days left in the readathon, which at the time was 4, and that would be the number of pages I had to read every day to finish this in time. And that was 80 pages. So last night on day 4 I read 80 pages, and well, I listened to 80 pages because I'm listening to the audiobook, and this morning I listened to 80 pages. I listened to 82 pages. So I'm on page 162 out of 319. So I've already made my page goal for today. I listened to 82 pages. I don't know if I'm going to keep listening today. If I do, it's only going to be like a little bit, because I have a dinner date with my best friend tonight. So that's why I had to get my page count done early, because I'm going out to dinner after work. But I'll probably listen to a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going to listen to Lord of Shadows in the car. I'm probably going to listen to this in the car. So yeah. What's up, guys? So it is 11:45 p.m. on day 5 of the Booktube-A-Thon, and the only thing I read today was Geekerella by Ashley Poston. And I told you guys earlier that my goal was to read 80 pages a day until the end of the readathon. I ended up reading over 80 pages today. You just saw me talking about how I had reached my page goal before going to work today, which is great. So I ended up reading a little bit more, and I got to page 210, I believe, which for today I've read a total of 129 pages. At the beginning of this readathon I started off really strong, and now it's just slowly going downhill, but it doesn't really matter since Geekerella is my last book to read. So far for the readathon as a whole, I've read a total of 1,320 pages. Kind of set this like mental goal to try and read 1,500 pages for the readathon. Well, I have 110 pages left in this, so that'll get me up to 1,430 pages when I finish this. So hopefully I can read like 60 pages of another book, maybe. I think I have to read Bad Romance by Heather Demetrius, so maybe I can read 60 pages of that to get me to an even 1,500 pages for the readathon. It is just after 1 o'clock on day 6 of the Booktube-A-Thon. I'm standing in front of my bookshelves because I just finished filming a video, and I have also finished Geekerella by Ashley Poston. And this was my last book on my TBR. I have finished 7 books and completed all 7 challenges. I have won Booktube-A-Thon. This is not the end of the vlog, because it's still only day 6, so I'm going to get some more reading done over the rest of today and tomorrow on day 7, but I have won Booktube-A-Thon. I did so much better this year than I did last year, and I was more busy, I was busier this year than I was last year. I think I was kind of in a slump last year though. I finished 6.5 books last year, and I finished 7, completed all of the challenges, and I've won. I've won Booktube-A-Thon. So far today on day 6, I have read a total of 109 pages, which was what I had left in Geekerella. I'm going to continue with Bad Romance by Heather Demetrios because this is the book I started before Booktube-A-Thon started. So I said in my day 5 update that my whole goal for the readathon was to read 1,500 pages. Calculate my total so far for the readathon, including today. So far for this readathon, I have read 1,429 pages. So I just need to read 61 pages of bad romance between today and tomorrow to read a total of 1,500 pages. And I think that's a good attainable goal. Alright guys, so today is day 7 of Booktube-A-Thon, the last day, and it's basically over for me. So I ended up listening to 80 pages of Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare today, and that's all I've read. And that's probably all I'm going to read. So really quick, before this vlog ends, I want to do a little mini wrap-up and then my total page count for the entire readathon. The first book I read was Gloria and the Unicorn by Wanda Luthman, and this went for the challenge of read a book in one day. And then I read Ronit and Jamil by Pamela L. Laskin, and this went for the challenge of a book where a character is very different from you. Next, I read Crashing the Wedding by Kristen Hope Mazzola, and this did not have a challenge with it. It was just going towards my 7-book goal. And I read 101 Things That Piss Me Off by Rachel Ballinger, and this went for the challenge of read a hyped book and read a book completely outside. Then I read Ink by Melanie Karsak, and this did not go for a challenge, except it was just counting towards the 7-book goal. Then I read Fucking Awkward Anthology by multiple authors. There's 24 authors, 23 short stories about awkward sex, and this went for the challenge of a cover by and a book with a person on the cover, and there's 2 people on it. And finally, I read Geekerella by Ashley Poston, and this went for the challenge of read 7 books. And then throughout the week, I listened to probably around 150 to 200 pages of Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. So my total page count for the entire readathon is 1,509 pages read. I told you guys I was going to get to my 1,500 goal, and I'm 9 pages over my 1,500 page goal. I had so much fun with Booktube-A-Thon. I completed everything that I wanted to. I got ahead on my Goodreads challenge, completed all the challenges, read my entire TBR, and I am proud. So this vlog is already long enough because by the time you're seeing, well, when this clip right here is being filmed, I have already edited everything except for this last clip. So I already know it's going to be long, and I can tell you now it's over 20 minutes. Alright guys, that is all I have for this vlog today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you like behind the scenes look at my life, you can check out my second channel, Chloessence, where I actually post vlogs every week on that channel. And if you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So click subscribe so you can be updated for when I post those, and you will get all of my ratings and thoughts about all of the books that I read during Booktube-A-Thon during my July wrap-up, which comes out this Saturday. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Bye guys.